that right there, what you said, if they clip that right there, people don't like that. So they're like, damn, we're going to have to like him, but we don't want to like him. So just don't hear it. Don't let that clip go viral. When the IRS seized all my stuff, right? That shit was everywhere, right? But the negative shit that they like, damn, we don't like this nigga, so let's just everybody post that. But the shit to make me look good, to be like, yo,
they don't post.
They don't post.
So hold on, Danny. Let me go through this then. So you get arrested by HSI on Saturday.
Yeah. No. On a Sunday.
On a Sunday.
November 18th.
And I want you to
Wow, on the Lord's Day. Damn HSI. Y'all don't go to church? Yo, welcome to the Deeply Disgusted Show. And we're going to continue on with 6ix9ine and him talking about the time when the Bloods in New York basically turned against him. A lot of people got it confused. They think that 6ix9ine snitched on them. They think 6ix9ine ratted on them. But when you really listen to the story and listen to the facts and listen to what really happened, you realize the real rats was the crew that turned against 6ix9ine, which was the Bloods.
This is going to be some insider stuff here, but were you planning to go to Mohegan Sun in Connecticut to go to the casinos?
It was Foxwood.
You were going to Foxwood, same area.
Yeah, Mohegan, and was performing at Foxwood or Foxborough, whatever the fuck shit's called.
It's a Connecticut. It's a casino. Foxwood's in Mohegan. It's all casinos over there. So you were planning to go there that weekend, right?
So it was that Sunday. He invited me to go perform with him, do a surprise performance.
Are you cool with him now or no?
Nah, I'm not cool.
Okay. So when they picked you up, why did they pick you up on that Sunday? Because that's not normal for
because they told me don't go.
Yeah.
Oh, he talking about Jim Jones, y'all. When he said, yo, you still cool with him? He said, nah, I ain't cool with him. He talking about Jim Jones. Jim Jones plotted to kidnap him at the casino in Connecticut. Jim Jones was the mastermind behind trying to kidnap 6ix9ine, which at the time was a humongous rapper. Think about somebody trying to kidnap DMX. You know what I'm saying? At the prime of DMX, like that 1998. Where my dogs at? Imagine.
Okay.
They told me don't go. I don't talk facts, bro.
No,
he didn't lie
because he knows the intel.
He knows the case.
He knows the case, but it's no, bro. You know what's hard? I'm gonna tell you this, and this for the viewers because it's my first time doing the Fresh and Fit podcast. What makes you a good liar? You gotta remember your lie.
Yep.
Right. Yep. When you speak in
oh, trust me, I know
the truth is always gonna stay the same. So now you just gotta remember the truth. If I tell you on a Saturday of November 17, 2000.
Sometimes I put them in my phone just to take little notes just in case I do forget.
2021, I was at Booby Trap, right? Right? Mm-hmm. And then you asked me again 3 months later, yo, where was you at November 17, 2021? And I was like, nigga, we spoke about that. I was at Moxie's. I gotta remember my lie.
Yeah.
Right? The truth always stays the same. So like he said, why was you arrested last Sunday, right?
He's honest.
It's just facts, bro.
So let me ask you this then. So you were going to go, when did they warn you not to go to Connecticut to the casinos?
Well, that was a Sunday, November 18th. They picked me up, I don't know, like around, because they was just parked in front of 16 Ainsley, I believe it was, between Grand Street, between Lorimer and then is
did they pick you up at your mother's house?
No.
Where?
They picked me up I forgot where they picked me up. It was one of the apartment I had on Ainsley Street or Pinehurst in Lido Beach.
Okay. So they picked you up.
So I went they picked me up.
And it was because you refused to listen to them and you were going to go to the casino.
Yes. So they told me, yo, there's a big threat in your life. They already had intercepted the wiretap.
Yep. They didn't tell you though, right?
They didn't tell me what exactly.
They told your life's in danger.
So what did I say? I didn't hear the wiretaps till I got to court. Right?
Gotcha, yeah.
So I was like, nah, nigga, I'm gangster, nigga. And they was planning to violate me while I'm free. They just couldn't get to me, you know what I mean? And it's just the way I move. So they told me like, yo, there's a big threat on your life. We offer you protection. And I'm like, nigga, I ain't taking that shit. And they were like, well, we're gonna put you in a hotel room with mad, law enforcement, to protect you. Now we're not.
Yo, they was trying to save Danny. Danny was gonna be dead. The feds knew because they investigate those gangs in New York, those Bloods, it's a lot of Chicago gangs in New York too. A lot of people don't know, man. It's a lot of Chicago gangs in New York. I just don't want to say it, but New York is a dangerous place, man. Dangerous. And when you talking about going to the parts where it's gang infested, into those Bronx and parts of Brooklyn, like the Brownville area, I know there's a lot of gentrification going on, but let me tell you, there's a lot of dangerous places in the United States. That's just like New York. But all I'm saying is, yeah, man, you could become fooled very fast in that city because the population is so high. A body is like nothing. It's like nothing. It's like, how many people in that city? Well, I mean, we got 10 murders last night. Oh, it was a good night.
Not saying that this is not gonna kill the case. We're still gonna prosecute you.
Yeah.
You're still investigating, but we're trying to save your life here.
At that point, had you decided that you were going to cooperate, or were you still like, not talking to y'all?
I left that night.
Okay.
I left that night.
So they gave you that offer and you said no.
I'm not going to say where, but I left that night from Chelsea Piers. You know Chelsea Piers in the city?
Yep.
I left that night. And they were like, all right, well, you don't want our protection? We're going to remember, if I was to die around that time, their bosses, their supervisors, give them hell.
Well, here's another thing too, and I'm going to tell you this because I think this is a very unique interview. Yeah. This is a rare time where someone who was a target of investigation is getting the insider stuff. The reason why they arrested you, bro, that day is because it would have been a nightmare to watch you on surveillance in Connecticut while you're at the casinos. That's why they had to arrest you that day.
Say it again.
So the reason why they picked you up before you can go to Connecticut, and for those that are listening in, basically they knew that they were going to try to kill him. They heard on the wiretap. Whenever you're doing a wiretap, and you hear a credible threat on someone's life, you have to notify them by law, right? And disclose. And that sucks because you reveal your investigation. Obviously, he was one of the targets on the case and everything else like that, but they had to tell him. By him saying, I'm going to go to Mohegan, was the HSI New York office investigating the case. They would have had to go to Connecticut, notify them, notify the tribal police that run that area, because it's sovereign land technically, because it's casinos owned by whatever.
Wow.
So it would have been a nightmare to follow him around and keep him protected in Connecticut. So they probably...
Oh, Mohegan Sun. That's Indian land. Yeah, that's Indian land. So the feds had to go pick him up. Listen to what Myron's saying, y'all. The feds had to go get him because they have him on surveillance. They have the Bloods on surveillance. They listening to everything Jim Jones and them talking about. And they also have 6ix9ine on surveillance, so they're watching 6ix9ine, every move he make. That man can't even wipe his ass without the feds knowing. And they can't have him go to the casino knowing that the Blood's about to take him out. And the feds, they know how they're going to take him out because they're listening to Jim Jones telling them, okay, this is what we're going to do. We're going to do this. We're going to do this. When we turn around, we're going to shoot him in the back of the head. They going to shoot 6ix9ine in the back of their head. And the feds, they can't have that on surveillance. They're not going to have an actual killing surveillance that they knew about of a big rapper, somebody who's famous. That would have been the end. Because the federal government, even though they're doing these investigations, they still have to follow codes of conduct.
Pulled the trigger and said, fuck it, we got to get this guy because it's better arrest him now instead of him getting killed in Connecticut. And then It's probably going to be a shootout. Everybody's going to get hurt, right? And it's a public area. So that's probably why I would estimate, like, I'm pretty sure like 90%, that's why they picked you up that day.
Wow.
Yeah, that's
Now
crazy.
you know.
Yeah. So that Sunday, I got in the car and I'm like, yo, go straight, you know, make a beeline to Foxwood or whatever fish it's called. And the officer was like, get out the car. He's like, you're being arrested right now. You have the right to remain silent. I'm like, nigga, what the fuck? For what? You know what I mean?
Now you know
They're
why.
like, yeah, and then that. But yeah, that's how it happened.
Yeah.
Wow.
Shit. Looking back.
Yo, what a story, yo. What a story, yo. 6ix9ine, his story is a lesson for a lot of kids out there. It's a lot of kids just this year. We in October. It's a lot of kids this year that's buried 6 feet deep in gangs. They was talked into robbing a store, robbing somebody, or, you know, beefing with people that they really don't really want to beef with. And they wound up dead because a bullet moved fast. While you ducking and hiding and you loading clips in 2 seconds, it could just be black. You don't even know that you dead. 1 minute you looking down at the ground like, dang, let me try to dip. Let me try to go to the left side. Oh, I hope I survive this. I go home to my girl. And then next minute, all you see is black. You don't even know that you see black. That's how fast death comes to you.
Back, right? Obviously, that probably pissed you off because you were gonna maybe perform or make some money or whatever you had plans that weekend. Like, do you like thank God that they picked you up before you could go?
Everybody always asks me this question: do you regret whatever? How'd you feel when?
What kind of question is that? Jim Jones and them was gonna blow his head off. Yes, he's glad the feds came to get him. Everybody hate the police until the police come save you.
Got arrested, nigga. I was like, thank God.
Nigga, bro.
Word, nigga.
Hey, did you sleep on the ride back to New York? Or
Huh?
did you sleep? Did you sleep on the ride back to the jail?
No,
When
they
when
arrested me
you?
in Brooklyn.
No, I know, but like when they took you to, they probably took you to MDC, right?
No, they took me straight to the office I was at where they interviewed me.
Oh, okay.
And
then-
they were like, where they offered me protection at.
Yeah, okay, so all right, so they took you back to the HQ.
Yeah.
Okay, and then at that point, once you got arrested,
Exactly,
did you
the
say you were going to
HQ.
cooperate?
No, so I got arrested Sunday.
Oh, they took him back to the headquarters. He's big fish. He's 6ix9ine. Selling records all over the world. Millions and millions of records. Probably billions. He's going to the headquarters. He ain't going to no precinct.
We saw a magistrate judge
Magistrate judge, yeah.
on Monday.
Yep.
And then on Tuesday, you know, when you go in front of magistrate judge, we're all in the courtroom.
Yeah, because they arrested all you guys the night before. Yeah.
Yeah, but the prosecutors try to protect their case, so they made all those guys sit and me sit all the way in the back, right?
Okay.
And they were like, "Yo, you're gonna hear some shit. You're gonna hear some shit right now that fucking is gonna blow everyone's mind." So when I heard,
Don't tell me in court they read the charges like you're charged with attempted murder of 6ix9ine, and he's back there listening to it. Don't tell me you're about to say that. That's crazy.
heard that shit, right? Because they were like, "Yo, these guys are being arraigned because it already passed grand jury." So in front of the magistrate
you're indicted,
judge, they reach, "Yo, these guys are being arraigned on attempted murder, robbery, kidnap, shootings, drugs, and these and this is why none of these guys deserve bail. They played the tapes. They played the key evidence that
Yeah.
they have. Why
So
we
this is
should
probably a bond hearing. Yeah.
so why we
Okay.
shouldn't have bail? And when that shit played that Tuesday, I'm like, nigga, get me the fuck out this shit. You know what I mean?
Okay. So all right, because so just so everybody understands, like
Recap.
they're trying to get a bond, right? To
Yeah,
get
well,
out?
everybody's trying to get bail.
Yeah.
And with feds, there's no cash bails. People just come sign off on you. They put an ankle monitor on you. You know what I mean?
Depending on who it is.
Yeah, well, depending.
So the government had to prove that they're a danger to the community. For them to prove that they're a danger to the community, they played the wiretap saying that they're going to kill him. And that's how they were able to
Can
stay
you
in.
take that off so I can see?
Oh my God. Are y'all still calling 6ix9ine a snitch? Y'all are crazy. If y'all calling 6ix9ine a snitch, y'all are dumb, blind, and stupid. Stupid. The boy was in the back of the courtroom listening to a recording of his boys plotting to kill him. And y'all telling me he's a rat, he's a snitch? Can't be a rat and a snitch. They already turned against him. They already proved disloyalty to him. Where's the ratting? The disloyalty is already broken. They wanted him dead. 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 Thanks for watching. Like, comment, and subscribe and put something in those comments. This is part 3. I might do a part 4. Bye.